Are you a startup founder? Maybe a startup executive? If so, I'm willing to bet time is one of your most valuable assets. It is an asset that is at least in short supply for you. So what if I could show you a way to take 1 hour of your time per week, just an hour, and magnify it in such a way to build a marketing plan for your content? Not simply magnify it, but take it to an exponential level. If it sounds interesting, it is absolutely true. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. It is time for Build That Podcast, where we will discuss how you can use a podcast to grow your business and expand your influence. I'm your host, Eric Rutherford. Let me encourage you to sign up for the 200 words to move you forward with marketing and podcasting, delivered right to your inbox each Tuesday. Sign up for it at buildthatpodcast.com/the200. I'll also put it in the show notes. Now, let's jump into today's episode. I want to talk through this analogy with the image of a bridge. So usually when you think of bridges, you think of maybe the suspension lines of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, or maybe a long span between the islands and the Florida Keys, or even how about the span of the Golden Hand Bridge in Vietnam. Now, all of those are beautiful and extraordinary bridges, but you can't build a road in thin air. The pavement and span may draw your attention, but they only matter if the bottom two layers are sound. And for the purposes of this analogy, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So this is where your 1 hour comes in. Your 1 hour provides the foundational piece called the pilings. So the pilings on any bridge go deep into the ground, and they provide the stability of the bridge. And so with our marketing strategy, the pilings are the key piece on which the rest of our content plan will build and form. And this piling piece, this foundational piece, is a video interview. This is where your 1 hour comes in. So video interviews do a couple of different things. First, they provide a single source of content from which we can build a marketing plan. And second, they allow you to network with customers and other industry leaders. So just from a content perspective, video interviews save time and money because with a single hour of your time devoted to an interview, you can create a recording which can be used in 10, 15, 20 pieces of content. And video interviews also help you network with other industry leaders. You can have conversations with potential customers. It's even better than a sales call. And the ability to schedule a video interview, you can often talk with people who would be impossible otherwise to reach. All of this from that single content foundation piece, that video interview. So if the video interviews are pilings, it's that underground foundation, then the next level up are the pillars. So they are built on the pilings, the second level of the bridge. And so from the video interview, we have 3 content pillars that can be established to support your marketing roadway. And those pillars are video, audio, and text. So for video, it should come as no surprise that it's one of the pillars. I mean, since you're doing a video interview, video makes logical sense. It can be turned into a single long-form video, think 20 to 60 minutes, multiple long-form videos depending on the length of the interview, so you think 10 plus minutes each, multiple short-form videos, 2 to 5 minutes each, and then short vertical videos, like less than 60 seconds. All of these pieces can be added on YouTube. The vertical videos can be used on all social media platforms, and the 2 to 5 minute videos can appear on LinkedIn, and Twitter can handle videos less than 2 minutes, 20 seconds. And you can also create lead-generating content from your videos. So that's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is audio. So the video interview creates an audio track, and this audio can be moved directly to an audio podcast. Now, podcasts build trust and familiarity with your audience. It works like a long-term evergreen sales funnel where a large episode catalog allows people to go back and listen for several years. Podcast listeners are a bit territorial, so they may not watch a 10-minute video or read a 4-minute article, but they will gladly listen to a 45-minute podcast. This is like a sales tool that works while you sleep. So that's pillar 2. Third pillar, text. So the transcript from your video interview can be easily extracted through software with some minor edits. The transcript allows you to use the text of the interview for blogs or articles, social posts, Think LinkedIn, Twitter. You can have newsletter content along with shorter video and use it with nurture or sales emails. You can also create lead-generating content such as ebooks or PDFs. So that is layer 2. We started with pillars. We started with pilings, that foundation, that video interview. Then we roll into what are the pillars which build on top of it, the video, audio, and text. Now last, let's jump to the third level. This is the level we usually think of, and that is pavement. So your content pillars that you created provide the support for the marketing plan, which is your pavement. And this is the positioning you use to turn strangers into customers. So with all of these content pieces, you can now create a strategy and plan for building relationships with your customers and expanding your influence in the industry. So these pieces can be used by your marketing team for lead gen, email, social media, by your sales team for lead gen. Imagine having daily content all from a single 1-hour conversation. So the pavement layer is how you use these pieces to build your business. So the wonderful news is that these pieces and plan require very little of a startup executive's time. Recording the interview is your contribution. You can have your team build the content and the strategy. If you lack a team to create this content, or you would prefer to focus their attention on other areas, you can outsource the creation of this to a third party. You can save time and money because you're not using one or more full-time employees to create it. Instead, they can focus on positioning your services and managing the revenue marketing of the business. So, as we wrap up, think of a video interview as the basis, that foundation, that anchor piece for your marketing plan. Use it to build those 3 pillars of video, audio, and text, and then use those pieces to create the pavement for your plan. Make sure to sign up for the 200 at buildthatpodcast.com/the 200 and receive 200 words every Tuesday to move you forward with marketing and podcasting, delivered right to your inbox. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, you can find me on LinkedIn at Eric Rutherford, DM me on Twitter at rfordej, or email me at eric@straightforwardmg.com. Remember, use podcasts to grow your business and expand your influence.